Okay, good day, grade 12s. We're going to quickly continue. I know the video cut short. We're now going to tackle question 1.2. We've already solved question 1.1, saying that x is equal to either 8 or negative a half. Now, this being said, boys and girls, we're going to quickly tackle question 1.2 to 1.5. Question 1.2 states we should find the numerical values of the first three terms. Now, boys and girls, we already have T4, T5, T6. Now, why do we already have their values? Because we've solved for the value of x. So we just have to substitute in any number into the x value, and then we would have the value of T4 itself, T5 itself, and T6. So let's quickly tackle this. So question 1.2, our sequence goes as follows. Our sequence goes as x minus 4 plus 2, so it's x minus 4, x plus 2, as well as 3x plus 1, boys and girls. And I'm just going to use 8. Let's use 8 in this situation. So where you see an x, just put it in 8, put it in 8, put it in 8. And we'd be able to tell T4, T5, and T6. So we have 8 minus 4 for T4, which would give us 4, and then 8 plus 2 is 10, and then 24 plus 1 is 25, and these are your respective T4, T5, and T6 values. Now, given this, boys and girls, we are told it's a geometric sequence. So therefore, we know that we have a common ratio that's the same between consecutive terms. That being said, therefore, we have our R value. So let's quickly try find our R value. And in this case, it would be 10 over 4 or 25 over 10. This can be further simplified. They're basically equal. If we divide 10 by 2 and 4 by 2, it would give us 5 over 2. And if we simplify this side, 25 over 10 would give us also 5 over 2. So this is our R value. So we can go back to our original formula. Remember, the general term formula that describes a geometric sequence is T of n is equal to A R n minus 1. Now, we don't have the first term. We are looking for the first term. Remember, the question said look for provide us with the values of T1, T2, and T3. So we don't have the first term. But we do have 5 over 2, which is R, n minus 1, T of n. Now, boys and girls, I want us to look a bit. What can we fill in this formula? What can we put in to try solve for A, which is our first term? What we can put in is any term here, because we have the value of T4, with the value of T5, with the value of T6. Now, what's the value of T6? Let's use T6 let's just use T6. T6 is 25. So it's 25 and A, 5 over 2. Remember, it's T6, so we're supposed to put in a 6 here. 6 minus 1. So therefore, if we simplify it, it will be 25 is equal to A, 5 over 2, 5. Divide on both sides. Divide on both sides. And find the value of A. And the value of A would be 0,526, or otherwise can be rewritten as 32 over 125. That's your A value. And therefore, we could also then say T of n is equal to 32 over 125. What's our R value? Our R value, we said, is 5 over 2 n minus 1. That's our T of n. But then we need T2. So T2 is equal to 32 over 125, 5 over 2, 2 minus 1, and T3 also is also required. And this can be further simplified. So just plug into a calculator exactly as I've written it here, and you would usually get a mark. Let me just quickly use a green pen here. You get a mark for providing this answer. You get a mark for using this fact, a mark for solving here, a mark for getting A, and a mark for getting to this, usually when they're generous. So this would be a good 5 marks also. And then they said determine the general term of the sequence. This is 1.3. Determine the general term of the sequence. We've already done this if you think about it, because we've already solved for it in question 1.2. The general term A, we've already got it. We've already got A. What is our A value? We said A is 32 over 125. And our R, we already said was 5 over 2. Therefore, our general term is T of n is equal to 32 over 125 multiplied by 5 over 2 n minus 1. That's it. And there you get your 3 marks, quick 3 marks. There we go. Okay. Now let's quickly move on to question 1.4, boys and girls. Question 1.4. 1.4. Okay. Question 1.4 says, what is the 10th term of the sequence? So T10. T10 is equal to ARN minus 1. So T10 is equal to our A value, which is 32 over 125 multiplied by our R value, which is 5 over 2. Remember, they're looking for the T10 formula, so n is equal to 10 minus 1, and T10 is equal to this answer here. So you would get 2 marks, substitution, final answer. So boys and girls, I'm not giving you the final answer as yet because I do not have a calculator with me currently. But the answer should be right. Okay. Now, question 1.5 asks us which term of the sequence will equal 3,125 over 8. So which term will equal this? So they've already given us, as we've found out, they've already given us T of n. So in this case, T of n is equal to 3,125 over 8. 3,125 over 8. And we're looking for n. Okay. So 3,125 over 8 is equal to ARN minus 1. 3,125 over 8 is equal to A. What is our A value? Our A value, as we said, is 32 all over 125 multiplied by 5 over 2 n, which we don't know, minus 1. So in this case, what we would do is we would divide both sides by 32 over 125. Divide both sides by 32 over 125. I so wish, boys and girls, I had my cashier calculator with me. In that case, you would have this whole fraction. 1 second. Let me just quickly do this. 32 divided by 125 is 0,256. So it's 0,256. Just bear with me, grade 12s. And 3,125 divided by 8. 3,125 divided by 8 is equal to 390, this whole number, divided by 0,256. This gives me 115, comma. Okay. So boys and girls, in essence, I don't have my calculator here. It would have been much easier if I had my calculator here. But in essence, what we would get here, let's quickly go back to my memo. Just bear with me for a second here whilst the Wi-Fi still loads. It's just quickly loading, 1 second. Okay. What could go wrong did go wrong this morning as I was actually recording these lessons. So just bear with me, boys and girls. As this whole thing loads. There we go. As we can see here, boys and girls, we have what we call first question we dealt with. See, we dealt with these other questions. In this question 1.5, exactly what I was going to do. Question 1.5, you see that we stated our T of n and we made it equal to the formula that we already found in the previous question. From there on, we solved by dividing by 32 over 125. And when that was done, what we did was we used our laws of exponents, because this can be simplified to 5 over 2 to the power of 8 when using your calculator. And then we know that when the bases are the same, we can equate our exponents. So 8 minus 1 is equal to 8, and n is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1. So I was on the right track, exactly, just the fact that I didn't have a calculator, boys and girls. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, boys and girls, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll be discussing more of the sequences and series. We'll be discussing series examples and the series topic itself on its own. And God bless, guys, and I hope you guys are studying hard. You guys have got this. Thank you very much. Cheers.